Welcome back to the channel. This is Hydraulic Lake. So we just got emails about a new type of reactor with ECU and coolant. And we also just got the first few stupid words from the new micromanager, Hal. Talking about how hazards aren't really that important. Well, we're going to do some upgrades. And then we're going to head right back out. Each time we get a new ship. Take a look, see what's available. Yeah, it looks like it's the training for that ECU. I can already tell you the dialogue's going to be pretty interesting.
Alright, Cutter. Time to extract your first Class II reactor. This one's not quite as simple. Just pull it and barge it, right? Pretty straightforward. Well, I'm sure head office would rather the reactor was in one piece. Pulling this beast without proper prep is a sure way to print yourself a receipt for a new spare. Sure, prep. When you're on the clock, don't forget. As I was saying, like any reactor, it'll melt down as soon as it's disconnected from its housing. And these Class IIs will melt down mighty quick unless you do two things first. First, release the connection to the thrusters. Second, remove the coolant from the ship's Environmental Control Unit, or ECU. Or just cut a hole, pull it, and barge it. Just make sure you clear an extraction route before doing anything, Cutter. As soon as you release the thrusters and mess with the ECU coolant, that reactor will enter a controlled meltdown. Oh, and if you're having trouble finding everything, try using the systems mode of your scanner.
Salvage secured.
Alright,
Credits
so
deposited.
that big purple octagon, whatever square in the middle, that's our reactor. This blue square is our environmental control unit. That's one of the things we have to disconnect. And then we have our thrusters here, and now we do have to start releasing the thrusters. And we have to disconnect the coolant. But if we do that, we immediately have to pull the reactor. So we have to have the outer hull of the ship opened up. I'm going to pull off a bunch of these exterior bits, send them to their proper places, and then we'll get to the reactor. Now, this back part is unpressurized. That means I can pull the thruster cap off.
Salvage deposited.
The thruster
Applying credit
itself
to
will
account.
still be attached. We'll release that when we're ready. Now, I've watched other players use different strategies
Applying credits to account.
to get the reactor out. One of them, SB, I actually highly enjoy his commentary on the storytelling.
Salvage secured.
He'll
Account
pull
credit
the
applied.
ECU first and then pull the thruster. The first time he did it, I was on edge. He's not playing No Revive, but I've watched him kill himself intentionally and accidentally numerous times. He has definitely a special relationship with the Furnace God. So I will get in there to the reactor in a little bit. I want to get these fuel pipes out of the way. Now, SB has definitely got some of the best commentary that I've seen on this game, and I've watched. I'm on episode 13 of his. But he's on his initial playthrough, so he's definitely developed strategies differently than I have.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Not to say that there's anything wrong with his gameplay. He's still kind of exploring the game, and I'm trying to get things done in a timely fashion. One of the things I've noticed is that
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit
things like these
transferred.
pipes, you gotta pull them in the opposite direction to get them to move where you want them to. And like I said in my first video, I'm not trying to do the whole storytelling. It's not something I'm very good at. But I am trying to do strategy.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
These pipes are definitely one thing that I've developed a method for. That's tethering them on the one end. Now, I don't know why this one's fighting so much. There it goes. It's not fully undone. That's the majority of the work done. There we go.
Processing valuable deposit.
That thing is a lot heavier than it has any right to be.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
There, made sure I did that without killing myself. That has happened before.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Get this one part unhooked. There it goes. Alright, now the tether's doing the rest. Alright, none of this section is
Deposit
pressurized.
accepted for processing.
And I don't want to cut any of this back piece off yet. So I do that, I lose power. Which means I can't get the thruster detached.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
This is the ECU. There's a computer here that can stay on the ECU, and there's a front panel here. That does have to come off to get to the coolant, and it goes into a different bin.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
We're going to leave that to last. First thing we're going to do is pop off the thruster, and then get the hull of the ship off. cut every cut point I can find. Except for the airlock, because I still want to get through there. Pull all the other stuff. I don't know if I would call this a pilot's cockpit. Maybe a secondary pilot's station. Or depending on the type of ship, heavy equipment operator. Reminds me of some of the cranes that are self-propelled. You have the driver's station, and then you have a separate seat to operate the crane. That's what it reminds me of. So we're going to cut every cut point except for the one to the secondary cockpit. May have missed some, but I'll come back and check.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Before I do much more with removing these panels, I am going to have to go into the cockpit. It just sticks out too much.
Object. Applying credits to account. Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Bump this down so it doesn't snag on the reactor. Give that a little extra help.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Just waiting on the traffic jam.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
This down and away. That's low enough to go under.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
So, we're going to remove the fuel pipe. We're not going to cut this elbow. There's a tiny sliver here. I would call a collar. And it reduces the dollar amount that you're losing. Come back and finish the next steps of that.
Applying credits to account.
Ship part. Alright, let's go into that cockpit.
Salvage accepted.
We'll
Credit
get those out
applied.
for now. We'll worry about the rest. I'm gonna have to chop the floor up to get to those anyways. I'm gonna have to chop up this hallway as well.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright, just trying to get this cleaned up quickly and get it out of the way.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Definitely have a bit of a better rhythm than I did.
Salvage deposit
Last
registered. Account
Javelin.
credited.
And I was just checking for ship parts that could be floating around in that lower crawl space.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Move this slowly so I don't hit myself. Canopy. Alright, now because this is not truly an airlock,
Material
it has to be
deposited.
cut off. Did I get it? Almost. Every once in a while, I can get this off in one cut. Today is not one of those days. And it's free. Pull the lights and the airlock control off because the rest of this tunnel does not go
Credits
in the
deposited.
arch.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
That piece is ready to go away.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
There's one piece. Keep cutting.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
There's another two pieces. I don't know what constitutes a clean cut and what doesn't. Not until after it's done, at least. Right, now this airlock is ready to come
Material
off,
deposited.
and we'll get the
Account
reactor.
credit applied.
Alright, the airlock for this was in the hallway. It's already been barged.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
So, now we pull these panels off.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
If you barge these, you can always pull them off later. You can't retrieve anything from the processor or the furnace after it's gone in.
Nice job,
That
Carter. Bought
was
yourself
not
some
what I
extra
wanted
time
to
with the
grab.
reactor. And don't forget, getting both the thrusters and the ECU will get you even. Well, I'll be.
Well,
Well done, Cutter.
I messed that up, but survived.
Continue to impress. Now we just gotta work on improving the time. All right. We're done with training. We'll leave you be now. Great work today, Cutter. Weaver out.
What I intended to do was pull these panels, grab this top cap off. I'm just gonna have my reactor on this bottom plate. And I was going to pull it off after I've removed the coolant. If I do that, it doesn't spark. It doesn't cause damage to my character. It will, however, start eating away at other components that are next to it if you don't remove it fast enough. So at that point, I would have grabbed onto the reactor, pulled it off, and then tethered it down.
Credits deposited.
Just like the fuel line, there's this tiny little collar here, so you can maximize your dollars off this coolant pipe. There's another cutting point here. Not a little collar though, you gotta pick the whole thing.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
We're not going to get this through any of these doors, so we have to cut some panels off.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage deposited.
So yeah, pulling a reactor off the wrong way, that's not nerve-wracking at all. Trying to show you a strategy, and I didn't do it right. At least I could explain it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
This thing is 1,000 kilograms. Down you go. Everything off here. Now we have a fuel tank here.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
I'm gonna cut these 4 bars. That way we can get these processor rings off. This fuel tank out. We lose. Her scrap value is insignificant. Especially when you look at the amount of danger there is. So, for these, I cut where the fuel tank does not get in the way of the laser.
Raw material deposited.
That means this little ring can come off. Pull that straight out. Cancel the tether. And drag it down.
Supplies are low. Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Try that again. Yep, now that'll move. That's all furnace. We have a pressurized compartment in here. We'll take a look.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Only one compartment's pressurized. And it does have an airlock, that's good. And we have a new holster.
Air pressure level decreasing.
And the green one we already have, so that's going in the barge.
Airlock depressurizing.
And the green one again.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage secured.
The last
Applying
pilot
credit.
station has sort of a tunnel. This one is directly connected to an airlock. We don't have to chop it off.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
What do we got? We got some goodies here. It's not a data drive, that's a credit drive. Earned some extra money there, but I don't know how much. Somebody was hiding money.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, this is ready to go in the processor. So is this. It's funny, that weighs less than the glass
Transferring
does.
credits.
Time to cut the shell off.
Deposit accepted.
Found a couple more ship parts. There's a fuse. And we got plenty of rods already. We needed a heat sink and something else for the next part of the ship. Just keep an eye out on all the ships we work with.
Warning. Oxygen.
I forgot to pressurize that.
Regular gentle exercise to increase blood oxygen levels.
Had a lot going on. Airlocks taking off like rocket ships. Ran almost out of tethers. Almost out of oxygen.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Bottom's not detached, but the top is. Now that's free.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
All 5-minute warning, Cutter. 5 minutes left. We were out.
Maybe we'll get this done this shift. We did have a pretty good head start on that training session. Weren't using time, weren't using oxygen or fuel. Get out of the way before I launch it, just in case.
Applying credit to account. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
That's why you upgrade the brakes. That on move.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
If you haven't touched something in a while, always double check both sides before you
Salvage
throw it
accepted.
away.
Credit applied.
You don't want to miss a door console. Door, whatever it's called.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
I'm gonna open this, but I gotta decide which end.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
That's being held on by something.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
What just happened? I think there was a physics collision.
Salvage registered. Transferring
That doesn't
credits.
normally happen.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
It was something that was in the room. Just got knocked around.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, so, in conclusion, if there's that many things on a wall, pick a different wall to detach. Minute
Salvage
or
accepted. Credits applied.
1 minute left, Cutter. I'd say get a move on, but you know that already.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
I may have to come out another shift. We have $2 million worth of stuff left. Yeah, it's worth coming out. I hit our salvage goal just to have an excuse not to come back. But I'd like to finish the ship instead. Yeah, we almost got the full value of the ship. But that's because we had the head start from the training.
New certification level attained. License level increased.
Check for messages, check our equipment, and head back out.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your theta wave
What's our
levels
new
are high.
poster?
Please administer 2 caffeine pods before starting your
We
shift.
have a new variant of the Javelin. This time a medium tanker. New sticker.
Listen up, guys. I got something you'll all like.
Oh, are you leaving already?
I went ahead and got you all clearance to use something that'll make you 10 times more efficient.
Demo
Easy.
charges.
20 times. You ready? Demolition charges. Spark free. These'll cut through damn near anything.
Wait. Spark-free demo charges?
That sounds pretty cool, Mr. Rhodes. Thank you.
No way. Not a chance. Damn things aren't new. Hell, I've been vaporized by those stupid things plenty of times.
Curazon, you're
Spark-free. Things spark so much you could put one on a birthday cake.
Curazon. That's it. Come on now, Hal. I'm revoking your privileges for external communications.
You... what?
All that reaction over just her stating
no
her
comms
experience.
outside the station network. No more calls to Mars. All of you need to understand something. I represent the company, and you show me respect. Got it?
Hal, let's you and I sit down and talk about this.
That's all for now. Best get to work.
Alright, so we're upgrading what we can, prioritizing important things like cutting temperature cooldown, grappler strength, and oxygen upgrade. But yeah, now we start to see how much of an egomaniac Hal is. It's just like Cartman from South Park. Respect his authority. You can disagree with somebody and still show them respect, but he's not doing the same to others.
Doing okay, Kai?
Oh, yeah. Thinking, I guess. Looking at Earth. Hard to imagine how much life used to live on it.
It's a new
Can't fix it on
conversation
the
for
past,
me.
kid.
Yeah. You know, if my life had been different, I wouldn't be up here. I'd be working with animals. Well, nature in general. Maybe an ecologist or biologist. Not sure what they do, but I think I'd like it. Just imagine what Earth must have been like a couple hundred years ago. Full of life.
Animal husbandry ain't quite the same, but it might scratch that itch. Something to consider at least when you finish here.
Yeah. Thanks, Dee Dee. I'll keep that in mind. When I finish.
Hear these conversations and realize that we're at the beginning of the point of no return. And these characters don't see what we saw growing up.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Processing object. Applying credits to account. Salvage deposit registered.
There wasn't
Account
much money
credited.
left in this shift. It's not about the money. It's about completing the ships. I definitely would have avoided it if we weren't broke even.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Double check for any scraps that we missed. Like that. Wait for this to go in, or give it a help hand.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
I know I'm missing something else. Way too much of the bar. Unaccounted for. I do apologize that my sentences are kind of broken up. Kind of what happens when you're trying to think as you play and narrate. So that single terminal was the remainder of that bar. That's kind of impressive. Alright, let's check for messages before we end this shift.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Hey folks, this is a private channel. Dee Dee, you alright?
No, I'm not. Taking away my comm privileges? Family's probably worried as hell about me now.
I'm working on that, Dee Dee. I'll get your comms back.
Wait, whoa. Is he actually allowed to do that?
He is. Didn't think he would. But he is.
Does he outrank you?
It's complicated, Lou.
So the answer to that
Still
is
think
yes.
he'll be gone in a week, Dee Dee?
If he isn't, I'm gonna float over there and kick him straight out of the airlock.
Nice. If I get my hands on him, ooh.
All right, hold up now. Let's not get all fire and brimstone. We can still sort this out. Now, why don't we all just call it a day? Get some shut-eye, and we'll hit this up tomorrow, all right?
Weaver has
Weaver
the
out.
patience of a saint. He is really a good guy. And it's not incompetent, he has more faith in humanity than everyone
Good morning,
else.
Cutter
He's trying to do his best,
9346-52.
as we'll see.
Today's weather report, clear and sunny, with a high of minus 270 degrees.
Not very profitable, but it was important to finish that ship. Alright, this is where we're going to end the video. Thank you very much.